That's right, you saw the thumbnail. I lost $53,000 in 2 days. 2 days. I'm going to tell you guys how it happened. It was quite possibly my worst week in real estate yet. Okay? Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Let's go. Sascha Chatman here, guys, real estate tech ninja and team leader of Chatman Realty Group. We're located here in Fort Worth, and this channel is all about helping agents improve their business. So let's get into it. But first, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Now, Lord have mercy, how do we get started? I lost five deals at $1.6 million in 2 days. That's 48 hours, guys, right? I've lost deals before. Let me just say that. If you've been an agent, you're going to lose deals. So that's going to happen. And I've lost somewhere around this amount before, but that was over like 2 or 3 weeks. This happened in 2 days. Shit hit the fan in so many ways. Let's talk about the deals. Okay. So deal number one, it's really deal 1 and 2. It's a buy and sell. Okay. So I'm listing a house here for $230,000. It's listed for $220,000. We got a contract for $230,000. Okay, and then we have that's what we're looking for, and she's buying a $165,000 house. Here's what happens. On the purchased home, the appraiser refused to appraise the home because the house had an unpermitted addition. Now, that addition came on over 20 years ago. The house was built back in 1930. So I've just never seen that happen before, where appraisers just refused to appraise the job. Weird, right? Okay. Then her buyer pulls out because they're getting impatient. And really, they tried to come back and ask for some really just messed up repairs. They wrote a contract asking for $230,000, and then they came back and started asking for repairs of $20,000, which made no sense whatsoever. They want the foundation repaired, and we already had the foundation repaired with a transferable warranty. So why would she do that again? That didn't make sense. Needless to say, my client was brokenhearted, said, forget it, not gonna do it. That's 2 deals. All right. Next, we have a listing that's on the market. We're going good at $450,000. We just put the house on the market, and then my client gets a job offer that they cannot refuse. That keeps them here. They were supposed to take another job and move out of state. And so, I mean, frankly, I wouldn't sell my house either. That happened. Lost the listing at $450,000. And I potentially had the buyer for that one too, because one of my buyers was loving that house with my pre-marketing. That's 3. All right. 4th one is a new construction contract around $402,000, paying at 4%. I know, right? We've been on a contract for 15 months, and then it fell out. And it fell out because the buyer did some stuff with their financing, supposedly. Well, as we dug into it, it really wasn't the buyer's financing. It was the lender who, frankly, should have never approved this particular buyer. We had been building this house for over 15 months. And what could have been found out should have been found out at the application stage. But the buyer was headstrong and wanted to use their own lender. And I'm wary of that. You know, people are good. So sometimes you can get a good lender from somewhere else. But I always like my folks to work with my people because I know my people are going to be thorough, right? Well, 15 months, here we go later, and they start bringing up all kind of stuff. And I'm like, wait a minute, you should have knew that 15 months ago. Not going to get too much into detail, but that happened, right? And then run the contract for another house or another buyer for $380,000 on the next deal. Well, let me back up. Let me give you the whole story. I've been shopping this young lady around for roughly about maybe 3 months, okay? The entire time we're shopping, there's a whole clan of people coming with her, right? Her mama, her auntie, sometimes the grandma, right? And 2 sisters. Now, she's the baby of the family. And here's the deal, and I really mean this about this young lady. She is going to be something fierce to deal with in her industry. She's super smart. She's super intelligent. She's fresh out of college, roughly about 24 years old, and she's making bank already. Well, the family's not. And every time we went shopping, they were in her ear. Girl, you don't need to buy no house. Why are you trying to do this? Do you really need all this space? Yada this, yada that. Ugh. The entire freaking time. Every single house. It got to the point I pulled her to the side and said, hey, are you putting down money on your down payment? No. Are they paying you monthly? No. Maybe you shouldn't bring them. Now, she didn't like me saying that to her because this is family. I'm just a person she met from the internet. I totally get that. But at the same time, I felt like that this lady here was, she is a game changer. She is breaking generational curses for her family. None of them have ever bought a house. Now, I mean, zero. None of them. But she could do it. And she could do it at an age that they said, you're not ready for that. The reality is this, they weren't ready for that, but she was. And so I got her under contract for a house around $380,000, and then she ghosted me. They paid earnest money, they paid option money, and then that was that. So there you go. 5 deals right there off the top, $53,000. Done. Yep, that happened. So what do we do? Okay, so for a little bit, I was upset. I was truly upset. I was frustrated trying to figure out what's going on. Is it just happening to me or is it happening to other agents out there, right? Because, you know, we love misery. Misery loves company sometimes, right? And I'm just trying to see, is the market changing or what it is? And I couldn't put anything on the market per se. It was just shit hitting the fan. So we got to get back to work. We got to go figure this out. First thing we do, let's try to fix these deals as much as we can. I tried to fix an appraisal deal, the 2-for-1. That just wasn't going to happen. It was not going to happen. And my buyer/seller was done. All right. So then when it comes down to the $402,000 new construction deal, I got a third-party intermediary to step in and then buy the house for my buyer, and then they can fix what was going on in their credit, right, and buy it back within a year. Okay, there's many companies that do that, and my client was very happy to do that, and so that's what we did. Okay, the second one. Okay, let's talk about the groundbreaker here. The young lady with the negative Nancy's all around her. I pulled her to the side. I finally was able to get her on the phone. I said, listen, if you don't do this now, just told the truth, you'll be buying the exact same type of house for $400,000 to $415,000 next year. And the interest rates are going up. What do you want to do? You want to buy it right now at $380,000 at your current interest rate that you already locked into? Or do you want to roll that dice because you know you want to buy a house? She said she was going to do it. I was able to convince the other agent, let's go back under contract. You know, I was doing some fast talking on that day and overcoming their objections because, of course, they were highly pissed. But we made it happen. All right. Now, I get back on my grind. I know I need to get some more deals because I can't save the others. And I'm like, okay, let's start calling expired listings and let's start calling for sale by owners. And I get on the phone and I grind and I call and I grind and I call and I end up getting 3 listing appointments. 1 ghosted me, 2 I went and got, and I turned that into a $350,000 listing and another for $322,000. Here's what I told them. I only want to sign your listing for 45 days. They said, 45 days? They were trying to get me for 6 months. I said, I don't want to deal with you that long. I want to sell your house right away. So we're going to do this out the box and we're going to do it quickly, right? So let's go back to market. Well, when I said I need to wait 60 days, I said, with all due respect, you know, you've already been on the market this long. Do you really want to wait and then come back and let interest rates go up? I had to tell both of these guys this. We went back to market immediately. Put the houses back on the market. We get back on, we get it going. We do open houses for both of them, right? And from that, we get it under contract, obviously, for both, right? And then I pick up a buyer at $385,000, another buyer for $425,000, right, paying a new construction for 4%, and then another buyer at $550,000, right? So in 2 days, I lost 5 deals, right? $52,000. A week later, we put up $2.8 million by saving 2 deals, okay? Getting those back and then adding on 7, right? And then doing that, We then add up about $93,000 in real estate commission. So when I look at it from that perspective, it was a great learning point, and it helped me figure out what we need to do differently. Now, I already knew a couple of these things, but I'm going to share with you guys some of my key learnings. First things first, don't put all your eggs in one basket. I had legitimately gotten tired, right? I've been grinding and grinding and grinding all year, and I had a lot of deals on the contract. I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I'm gonna sit back. I'm gonna chill. Don't do that. Don't do that. You need to keep pushing deals on the contract, because the way the market is right now, right, people fall out for various reasons. Just like I had. This was not even market-based, guys. This was just stuff happening. So don't sit on having a couple deals on your basket. Don't do that. Do not go from deal to deal. All right. Number two, check your partners, and when I mean check your lenders and your home inspectors. Make sure you have good people that are not going to end up killing a deal, right? Because they're not dotting their I's and crossing their T's. Your partners are going through some of the same drama that we're going through in the market right now as well. Okay, they are struggling, so they need to be on point. Okay. Number three, here's a big one. Push your client to get with your good lending partners that you know and you trust, right? Overcome that objection and get them there. Had I done that from the get-go, I would have saved my buyer a lot of grief, right? By going with somebody who I, frankly, the more I talked to them, the less I trusted them, okay? All right, 4, be relentless of overcoming these objections and find solutions to problems. Do not give up when a deal falls out, because here's the deal. If you save that deal for your buyer or your seller, man, they will absolutely love you. Number one. Number two, you don't have to start all the way over, okay? Figure it out with the other agent. You know, that's how I was able to convince that one agent to take us back. They didn't want to go back to market. They knew we had a solid deal. The question was, could I get my client over the hump? Of course, I didn't tell them all that, but we got them over the hump, okay? Last, listings. When I went back to work and got back on the grind, it was all about getting listings. Yes, we got buyers out of it. Yes, we did. But a listing is a guaranteed deal if you do it right. Now, we got these buyers out of it, and I did that right. I was on point at that open house. I was attentive. I followed up well. I did all the things I need to do. In fact, I'm going to make a video about how I do open houses for you guys as well. Okay? So, yeah, man, that was it. 5 deals, $53,000, just like that. But I got back on my grind, and I went and got the rest of the money back. All right? You can do the same thing. Overcome these objections, man. If you have any questions whatsoever or anything that you're struggling with in real estate, feel free to reach out to me. Click on the link down below in the description and get a Let's Chat session going, and we can talk about what you're going through. If you're curious about EXP, I'm going to have to talk to you about that as well. All right? Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Peace.